Oh, more than also.
Edenyamiase.
I'm paying more 10:30 cra now common thing in a to was yes in
Saday.
any data analysis relax. Why? We are not fighting with you.
But what
relax. Relax. Why?
I'm the host of the show.
No, I know you are the host of the show, but this year me bad
me a host of the show.
It's the host.
So me kasa and I will kasa.
No one post me kasa na me kasa na
me chia we won't hear them make.
Inti ma me kasa. Me na me bisa awasem. Inti let me continue. And as you see any time.
Easy. Oba sisi ya wona talk can start you. Say me continue.
Yeah, I say what say. As the one how
who di matem.
Oh, Mr. Nyatem di mean me
continue dey say who di matem.
E be a twin man kan yi fa cheme, but Mr. mean me new atem. I said, what how we need too much. I was just describing what I saw from Mr. Holm. Yan to was here.
Oh, me say, o can some na from
team one. Data.
I'll do fact checking.
So don't worry. Sit down and wait for the data.
Pacho, what's your coach, you know, asema wakana no pay. Ruben Amorim.
Mo coach ben.
Ruben Amorim.
Ruben Amorim is
I say. Ono ne Manchester na okuta sisi e no. So when you play bia mpo ameka wa, he's okay with the team. Me can't say as I'm so. I'll allow you to flow. Don't worry.
No. What kasani gabia ye?
You see,
just go.
Coach Papa, onima eduma no.
No problem.
It's Amorim.
Yati. Mami nyama eduma. Why?
Asem Papa bia Martin say oye. Asem Papa bia Martin say Amorim. Oye. Amorim. Fantastic coach.
Okay.
Player bia the man be obetumi da ye.
Richard do. Na to boss here.
Mentio. Enko.
Goalkeepers, also metrics been out the measure. Best goalkeeper, metrics been out the measure.
Keeper onimbo onechi.
Inti ni save
na enem ready mo sa dia be kan ball playing.
Yanto boss here.
Okay. We dey enko one after the other.
Osi onimbo onechi, but for me area ni saves and I say short stopping.
Sure.
Inti no kan wait me clean sheet ni ade class.
Abeka ho yeah.
No, you was akose na say ball no ball do 9 ball.
So mo na mafuyi. They mo dey abeka ho. Ball playing.
Enye na mafo asem ye bi say won den na memo you okay say keeper bi ya de chin keeper bi.
And we first a year ball ne chia. Keeper oduma no.
Perfecto.
Okay.
You be draw. You draw no ma. Premier League for no. Omo app.
Yeah.
Data bi o bi also pay data.
Yeah.
Wa kuri na ko fa super computer buy. If you are super computer go anima support on after the super computer company asem. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
So don't worry at all. I prepare for you. Me underestimate you. Me prepare now because minimum. So I prepared for you.
No problem.
You there.
If you fact checking, all the bar. Na me so checking na. Sabi ma unko fa. Foreign material bia ma show this no account na.
You computers when mo bia nso. Me dey in the camera that so. And everybody also has a phone. It's any ye can as no be as check on the phone so. Ye ma unko fa computer and call Wikipedia obi an try dem to Wikipedia and fama e me kan man. Unless you zoom the camera onto your computer.
No, that is why I will no source. Then no call source and I could check it.
Okay.
Some now can
source in the Premier League app before come do could be a bit.
I feel better. I'm checking.
I check the Premier League app.
No problem.
Okay, year never down here 25, 26 and you swear no. For 24, 25. Why? But you need come of course other Saturday they are more relaxing at the form now. You did in common in base of clubs no. And I think that so far as your summer there, the biggest thing I do come out about the transfers. But like yesterday, near one Laporta interview there was a part that we couldn't talk about obviously because of time. And Laporta can be about the fact say this summer and I said this season I said Barca players know any the Barca team. The biggest headache, the biggest plan for them, and what the players want is to go on and win the Champions League. And it looks as if they want to go in there and then get a job done. I think they can. I think that so we the experience of Barca going away to the Giuseppe Meazza and then losing out narrowly to Inter Milan team now. This is a Barcelona team that shown over the course of last season, say they can win any trophy available to them. My problem, however, is that the same thing. The times when Barca had certain profiles to deliver them in certain games, they didn't have the men. A key part of last season, losing that game to Inter Milan, was that little 1v1 moment between Denzel Dumfries and Gerardo Martin. Where Gerardo Martin, after season ended up the interview, I said, Denzel Dumfries, or you free or Tian announced it was a foul. I think the Barca fullbacks now. Yes, after Marcus Rashford, after Ronnie Baggy, after Juan Garcia, Barca haven't made any purchases yet. I think ideally, if Barca can really compete next season, they need those fullbacks, especially somebody for my own man, Alejandro Balde. Young player, but for long. But the injuries we starting back in crucial games are. I personally do not trust Eric Garcia. I don't trust Gerard Martin. I don't even trust Hector Fort to go and play there. Not even a Ronald Araujo as a fullback. With respect to what Obi to say, Alejandro Balde in the attack when he playing as a fullback, and also somebody like Jules Koundé who play there when he goes in there. So I don't know. The transfer hasn't ended, but Barca would have to find a way to get somebody in like that. One Laporta Kai or somebody, but an important player at Barcelona will go. I think it's going to be Andreas Christensen.
That's the last time we catch up.
Yeah, you were right.
Said there's no way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Andreas Christensen because the time now on the contract, one man call this time and next year, that's one signing contract extension, and he's going to go for free. In my own analysis, I felt that Christensen FAT Hansi Flick style of playing the game, more than Ronald Araujo. Although Ronald Araujo a profile and who here Hansi Flick style him as a physical and dual winner with something that Obi to say Pau Kubasi and the Onusin inside the year, but and a natural stock in trade. But again, if Omunya a market for Christensen, I think they'll take the money and like one Laporta kind of they'll do exactly that for him. See, the extension of the contract of our brand here, your friend Jules Koundé, very important. And he goes on to back Masema Maker. Rich, Barcelona team, Jules Koundé is one of the most important players. When we talk about Barca team now, last season, because of how prolific and Lamine, Mona Rafinha, and Robert Lewandowski, we most of the times don't talk about Obi Jules Koundé. Very important player. Everything that Lamine Yamal did in the final third, there had to be Jules Koundé. And you see, Obo in a very tricky position, our Barcelona team. So Barca team building up and you want somebody to go and play, help in the build up. A branch friend Jules Koundé does that job for you. If you also want somebody who will go up the touchline and then add to a branch friend Lamine Yamal ability to hold the weight and cut inside, he does that for you. So in a back tail like this, ideally, Inigo Martinez, Pau Kubasi, Alejandro Balde, and a branch friend Jules Koundé. Barca for two midfielders are heavy on the ball in terms of recycling. So Pedri and Frankie de Jong very comfortable in that style of play. Anytime that you want them to recycle the play, they are a natural thing that they can do. But there are times where Barca want to move Pedri into the half space. So that means that Rebecca Frankie de Jong here, what Barca does is that in open play, they can build up in a back three using a branch friend Jules Koundé as part of the back three, not only. But in all of this, Barca team is pushing up. They need him to come and do the overlapping run and the branch friend Lamine Yamal, because watch Lamina constantly he wants to cut in onto his left foot and then curl. Last part of the season and then here Bono. Now Barca goes from Shebiano was from the wing, Lamine cutting it and then getting the goal from there. Because those Koundé now began to understand how and when to overlap for Lamine and then how he could cut in inside. So very important. The contract extension, very good one, and it's something that you will say if you about Amano. I'm very certain say Jules is going to get a job done. He loves Barcelona. It has shown several times. Say Upper Barcelona on Instagram, and personally it's quite very exciting. Very exciting. And I mean, video we on Twitter. Now, I think it's a video we who paying on Twitter. But I had not seen what really was in the video until the whole video in a caption I was trying to say, if only Sergio Ramos knew whose hand he was holding.
And me go say, "O can't say an achuma against." I ran to no kutanizano.
Yeah.
Really?
Lamine Yamal. Real Madrid any Barcelona ever have a game. On the camp now. And Barcelona for no mascots no. The lead of them is Lamine Yamal Ibanez Nazarawi. And the third and notice that Barca were paying tribute to one cry for money and then they're written in different languages, Spanish, French, English, and the likes. Now, Sergio Ramos really. Or then it also Barcelona mascot Nima, the laughing young innocent Lamine Yamal Ibanez Nazarawi. And I said Jericho Park. And so when I saw it, I thought that was a very, very interesting thing for Sergio Ramos to be able to have done that. Rich, can Barca win the Champions League? Yes, they can. My conclusion is I think that if Barca gets a fullback, then they sort out everything. Because we said, what do you have Barca for air marketing Marcus Rashford? Every picture, everything they will post on Marcus Rashford. Because from the marketing perspective, the English market is there to get into. There's an English boy. Let's milk it. Again, see, Marcus Rashford may not be the star of Football Club Barcelona, but he's a star in itself. So Barca will have to enjoy everything that comes to you. I like the fact that they are milking everything that goes in there for Brantia Yefreno, Marcus Rashford. When we talk about Barca's problems and after talking about fullback, Abiana, you could talk about goalkeeper normal solving with one guys, yeah. But Madrid's problem, that's up till now. It hasn't been solved. And now you didn't come about the centre backs. And how they could go for William Saliba, Moni, Ibrahima, Konate, but the biggest problem is Dani Ceballos. And I know, Metisena will be say, can't Dani Ceballos be the tempo controller of the Madrid team? And I remember you told me but it's about the durability of the player. It's saying control tempo. No, Dani Ceballos probably will know the ins and outs of the Madrid game than even Rodri if he comes in. Rodri may be the best 6 in the world. But Dani Ceballos, in a short time last season now, boy, as the tempo controller of the Madrid team, everybody saw it. Champions League game. League game. Dani Ceballos is the man. Whether in the attacking third or even in his final, in his area in terms of build-up, you could tell. But again, it's about the durability. And maybe Madrid will not let him go. Maybe the clubs be Betis, Simone Adiade, Mark Amo reports say Betis, Simone Adiade are asking questions about Dani Ceballos and whether or not they will let him go. I doubt Madrid will let Dani Ceballos go unless they get somebody on the market.
Because they say be a party. Party so sick of.
Oh, Madrid will not look at party now.
Ne court issues and in the age.
Yeah, Madrid will not look at party now.
Ebia, consider possibly Rodri.
Yeah.
Rodri is so at this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. City Beton, Rodri and Mario Madrid.
Madrid will not look at. Wait, you see, Madrid are the biggest club in the world. But as long as Josep Guardiola is a City, I doubt Carson Betimi are convincing Rodri so free. Next summer, next 2 summers, whatever. I doubt.
No, Rodri on your Real Madrid above.
No problem. But what I'm saying is that you see, it is probably different if you would have been playing under Arteta, Unai Emery, Julian Lopetegui, all of these Spanish coaches.
No, are you saying because of Pep?
Yeah.
A coach Barcelona and on
no, Barcelona. The personality Pep. Josep Guardiola.
Pep will have players with better City.
Not important players that he wants to keep. When Gundogan left, he mentioned Gundogan returned back to him. Mahrez and the likes, the club wanted what. And you see, we are talking about Spanish player. I'm saying, may compare how big Madrid as a club is. Rightly, so me a big club. Madrid attracts you, no matter who you are. So yes, as a Spaniard, yeah, Madrid, you would want to play for Madrid.
Aside the crew.
Yes, in America, aside the crew. Or at times, or share the Spanish national team armband, who'd want to be a Madrista. But if there is Pep there and the things Pep can do with Man City still, maybe you're never dragging the feet, Kakra. And that's why I think that, yes, Madrid would want Rodri, but I think that on the market, they should have to do a good scouting and find people. Franco Mastantuano doesn't solve that problem. Mastantuano, you're box to box, on your tempo controller. And when you listen to even the likes of Madrid, the Four, Kessiena, the Biomudi Madrid, yes, they acknowledge the importance of Orient Chimeni. But the problem again with Orient Chimeni is that he can be a 6. You can have a team where we're number 6. But fan number 6 on a tempo controller. I got the Chelsea almost Caicedo. Caicedo is 6, but Caicedo is a tempo controller. Romeo Lavin is a tempo controller. No? Even Enzo Fernandez is a tempo controller in that Chelsea team. So you can go to the Madrid team, talk about Oriente, a good player, but he doesn't control tempo in terms of role. And that is why, although someone they will try to enhance Oriente to play in that role, but it may not be the best fit for him. Maybe Madrid should find somebody.
I mean, he can do it.
Oh yes, that's
Madrid for him and a chance.
No, and yes,
I cannot boy and before we plan.
Which the problem
is so.
The problem is not chance.
Yeah.
Everybody agrees with Dani Ceballos. The problem
very,
is
very good.
Durability. Yeah. Will he be fit? Can you put your eggs on Dani Ceballos? And that's the problem. I have a problem in Madrid. Free in a doors. Free a doors. Even Barca don't do this much free. Because anyone may cast much about William Saliba. Rich, Madrid have allowed Christian Mosquera from Valencia to go to Arsenal for 15 million. This is a player in the caliber of Saoba before Saliba now. They are bringing in the next Saliba. And over before Saliba from Arsenal, you pay big money. So why did Madrid go for Mosquera after the investment in Dino Archie? So maybe they are good players in the Spanish La Liga. Maybe SM Madrid for should be willing to do more investments. And they've done it at the left back area. Fela Mendy Namfa. And then they'll move on for me. Utibo Madrid power, you can't even command the left back position of the French national team. Sometimes Lucadini ahead of Fela Mendy. It tells you say really he's not really up there in terms of the quality that can come with it or Honor. Danny, I just say Alaba say he wants to go in there, play the season and see if it's going to help him propel him going forward. Arsenal Belgian League nana. It's a problem solved. That's been
the CIA the Obisami Americans do unless they start the season.
But you see, I made a post on X a couple of minutes ago, and then maybe I said, what are the 2 metrics? And I think I would like to ask you, who team I'll be to my reply me. What are the 2 metrics that would define winning of the league next season? Because another person may catch you. Arsenal are strengthening, Liverpool are strengthening, Man City are strengthening, Chelsea have been very purposeful and they're strengthening, and I'll touch on all of them. Now the general consensus is that Arsenal don't have goals in their game. So we a deeper analysis, you would accept that it's not just goals, but also the team has been more mechanical, and then the creative ability of Martin Odegaard has probably not been enough. A player with just a goal contribution of goals and assists in the league less than 10, no, as a number 10 is worrying. Because if you look at almost every number 10 in the big teams, English Premier League, everybody has goal contributions 10 or more.
But it's because of pride.
No problem.
In the middle of the season.
No problem.
Come out just like a
Which Kopama almost 3 months and only goes to crown as assist to crown for me they pay. But Kopama did what? He contributed more. So the creative ability is very important to look at. I'm not taking anything away from Martin Odegaard. But that is why I think Arsenal follow. Maybe the most underrated thing they've done in the transfer market that we've not seen to talk about is the extension of the contract of Ethan Nwaneri. Because now Ethan now becomes a backup to Odegaard. Okay, Abra Emil Smith Rowe Ekoyen. He became only Odegaard. Abentia, your friend, Fabio Vieira was not in the team. So now Arsenal made for all it was clear, more mechanical rise, tempo controller in Thomas Teh Party, and then they added now Christian Nogard, also another mechanical player. Now bringing in Ethan Nwaneri and allowing him to know that Obetini Odegaard are competing, sets the tone for Arsenal. Because Media Maka, my analysis of Victor Gyökeres goes beyond just the goals. But even if anybody wants to dwell on the goals, you cannot understate that impact. Highest scorer of the Nations League, scoring in the Champions League, and then being consistent in the Portuguese League. You can understate it. Again, the experience at Coventry and Brighton and the likes gives him an edge so that he won't worry too much. Yeah, but I think that Arsenal for now are doing the right thing by adding the creativity. See, what people have not realized is that Senoni Madueke on the left, he gives Arsenal the edge to put in a lot of crosses. Who is there? Noni Madueke is a left-footed player. Like usually most of the left-footed players, you play on the right, then you cut in onto your left, and then you get into on goal. But with Noni Madueke and what he gives Arsenal Football Club now, this is a player who is a left-footed player on the left-hand side. Like last season, Enzo Maresca Eyuzu for Chelsea. It means that in this case, he can go on and play games and then have an impact from that area. Arsenal for an elbow on my left, I say that's Noni Madueke Nijinasia. Then in the box, if there is Victor Gyökeres, it means that Noni Madueke will have to go to the byline and then do more like the normal old type of wing and open to cross out to boxing, and that is where Victor Gyökeres comes in. So there will be more diverse creativity and dynamism, and I think that Arsenal will be strong in that regard. And now you say also a jersey number 14. Thierry Henry jersey.
Henry jersey.
So jersey number 14. The agent in a fray catch Arsenal for some money jersey number 14.
And I love the mentality.
Oh yeah, strong guy. Arsenal are
sometimes all challenging.
Oh yes,
yeah,
yes. Arsenal are 199.8 million. Omo the backup goalkeeper ba, omo the Noni Madueke ba, omo the make us a Rodri deputy and our Spanish national team. Martin Ibanez will be mended in Aba, Christian Orgard, Christian Mosquera, and then of course Victor Gyökeres. Very, very important.
Arsenal the dominant mentality, consistency.
Mentality consistent.
With the team no much is here, no.
That's what's left.
So Arsenal are consistent.
Yeah.
Now players need to show me teams that we can do with that. They can't
do it.
Arsenal knows that. Why it matters most no more bottle league, no. Matches are so. As Arsenal said, no akobo draw bi na ahye no. The only problem with Arsenal no. If they are able to solve a mentality problem and are consistent that. I think are one team. It's time. Ayala Crowdy. I can't say this season, Arsenal season. But the Liverpool for the year and names. I doubt Kaka. Call for the team no Mishende. It's serious.
That is why I think it will come down to a lot of things. Liverpool team is serious. Rich Alexander Isak, a Liverpool player. It's just
a Liverpool player today.
Or a Liverpool player. Per my own insight that I've gotten from people in Newcastle, Alexander Isak, a Liverpool player. It's just a matter of time. Apparently Newcastle are taking their time just so they don't get too many fan backlash when the news is announced. Onye injured, he's not injured. Like any reports nearby, it was clear he told Newcastle that he wants to move on and then he wants to explore his options. That said, the deal will financially be hinged on say Liverpool for accepted a bid from Bayern for now. I can tell say Bayern for now also being very tactical. They know that Liverpool will need, I mean, but the amount of money that will come to them from Bayern will be important for them to make a decision for Brighton and Alexander Isak. And I told you yesterday, which said, who pull the data in the Premier League table? You realize, say, Mohamed Salah had 29 goals last season, 18 assists. So, a percentage analysis compared to that of the total goals that Liverpool share, it is in the region of 40%. Rich, for one player to score 40% of a team's goals tells you that this player is so important. In fact, probably more important than a lot of the players put together. And you see, Liverpool's grand plan is to build a team that one makes up for the possible injury of Mohamed Salah on time. But what if? The form ain't time drop it. But what if? So the plan is to make up for that. And then two, make sure that at the end of the day, this will give us the ability to compete sustainably. You can decide, say, and just about making up for Mohamed Salah's numbers. Maybe they would have gone for just a Hugo Ekitike to come into the team because Ekitike's numbers are exciting. And as a wide creator, he can give you that. As a versatile forward, he can give you the goals. But really, it's about also a proven striker in Alexander Isak. 23 goals last season with a handful of assists. Okaboma, he is close to the top echelon in terms of strikers for English Premier League game. In fact, obviously in the world. It's Unya Alexander Isak Beka Ekitike. Now call Germany Kofa Florian Wirtz, who is one of the best central creators in the game at that age. It means that you're adding extra quality in almost every zone on the field of play. On the left-hand channel, right-hand channel, central zones, and in the two-half space thing, you have some of the best players to come in and deliver. And maybe the money is a big deal, 150 million. But I believe strongly, say Liverpool for being and Eddie Howe, or say as far as I am aware, contract talks aren't taking place. There is still so much that could happen. I hope he stays. At the moment, I'm confident he stays. There is no time scale for it, like I said. Of course, there are things going on behind the scenes. Conversations will happen, remain private. We would love him to continue his journey at Newcastle. We are in a strong position financially, and we are determined to be successful. You see, Newcastle can be in a strong position financially, but I know a strong position aesthetically. Any player now becomes the chief. Team men have a ball. Team no Champions League team. Liverpool versus Newcastle. Then our part all Newcastle.
Sure.
So financially can be in a strong position, but then in terms of the pool, you don't have that. He goes on to say the club will make the right decision, and we are trying to improve the squad regardless of Alex's situation. We want stability and want the group to have a good feeling. I don't think we are distracted over there for him. Now that is Liverpool. Now to Chelsea. I have mentioned that Chelsea's transfer business this summer has been the best since Clearlake came. And this is from somebody who has been a big advocate of Clearlake and Chelsea. Why? Because from the off, I constantly believe that Chelsea couldn't have gone on the normal route now consider is the normal way to do a transfer. The pool was not there. The ability to be the Chelsea that you knew before was not there, and then you needed to change your style of doing things. And when Clearlake came, the plan was that let us find the best talent across the world, give them a good platform, give them time to do two things together. One, let them suffer together. Finals in losing boom. So they should be doubted together. Then two, because of that, like we've always said, diamonds it goes through pressure to become the best form and final partner. Then they can win together. So Chelsea echo through the ranks of Carabao Cup final against Liverpool, Mauricio Pochettino, £1 billion bottle jobs. Then Chelsea go to play semi-final of the FA Cup against Man City. Man City play inside box team, no penalty. Then they go on, they grew together, losing out in Champions League 2 seasons ago under Mauricio Pochettino. Finally winning the Champions League, winning the Conference League, which is a Division 3 Cup according to you, and going on to conquer the world against Paris Saint-Germain. They have gone through those ranks together. Now the project has gotten to the point where Chelsea needs to bring in certain players, certain profiles that solve specific problems. Maybe some say games that Chelsea lose last season. All of these games that Chelsea lose and as almost draw, in all of them, there were specific players into which say tactical ball no so Chelsea ball home game against Kopama. So from December coming, not just in Yasha first goal, Edding say they can finalize and kill off the game. Into Kopama shall go in the 16th minute against Fulham at home on the Stamford Bridge. Then in the second half, 2 quick goals from Rodrigo Munoz and Wilson makes Fulham win the game by 2-1. That is the game. Kopama penalty go. They couldn't kill it off. Kopama's form was dead at the time. Then the next game against Crystal Palace, Kopama shall go in the 14th minute against Crystal Palace. Chelsea kita bonima last minute Kopama Kroya lost a ball in a dangerous area. Then Ebreche as a squared it to a bench friend Jean-Philippe Mateta 1-1. Chelsea dropped points in that game. So a loss against Fulham, a draw against Team Efreno, Crystal Palace. Then they went away to Aston Villa. Around this time, everybody was saying that Chelsea cannot compete and qualify for the Champions League. And the results were there to show. Rich, Chelsea taking the lead with Enzo Fernandez in the 9th minute. 1, the unavailability of Romeo Lavia. 2, the fact that in these games, only one goal scorer, usually either Kopama and Enzo Fernandez, reached 2 goals from Marco Asensio. 89th minute, 57th minute, Chelsea lost the game by 2-1. Then you look at the next game against Bournemouth. Chelsea taking the lead on the 13th minute, again Kopama. Then in the second half, Antoine Semenyo, Justin Clavier make it 2-1. It took Reece James to come off the bench, play a free kick in the 90+5 to make Chelsea draw the game 2-2. Brighton and Hove Albion. Chelsea go away to the Amex Stadium, played next to a bench friend of Jakub Mentamu and the Rich, there was no Nicolas Jackson. Kopama had issues. Pedro Neto played as centre forward. No goal from any Chelsea player. So it tells you that Chelsea, even in Arsenal, gave me the same thing. No goal from them. Everton 0-0, nothing from them. Chelsea lacked something. The kind of attackers who have the ball striking that you need and are also very direct. And also players are almost versatile, because in the absence of Nicolas Jackson, Chelsea particularly did not have somebody who could play as a centre forward. And it's no core market was okay. Then I need a certain João Pedro. Obetima on the left wing if Jackson is there, if the lap is there. But if Jackson is not there, the lap is not there. João Pedro is a centre forward. Then again in the transfer market, he says that Jadon Sancho Moko. But then we need a left winger who is different from Jaden. Sister striker away, wing away. Emma a directness and explosiveness in front of goal, and then give us the goals in there. And that is where Jimmy Bino-Gatins comes in. Then they go into the transfer market and say that okay, you probably have a very good ball striking ability. Player or Jibono in that area in the final third, he can control the game, create more for you to the extent that okay, over against a deep block team against Everton away from home at the Goodison Park. Next season it won't be the Goodison. Not only about the deep blocker, you need a central creator as part of Kopama. So if Kopama is not playing well in that area, this central creator adds more creativity to the team. And that is why Chelsea Fona are doing everything to get Xavi Simons. Michelle, there is no giddy update on Xavi. The Nimane say his brothers, his family are all in the southwest of Germany, trying to convince RB Fona say Omunjenimu. The only other update is that RB Fona Akache Chelsea say they want Kani Chukwuemeka. But Kani should say Okobo alone Dortmund no, Wape Dortmund. And he wants to play at Dortmund. The problem is that Dortmund don't have the money to buy Kani outright. So Chelsea Fona Akache Leipzig say they are allowing them to speak to Kani. Convincing Kani. Not Kani Ember Leipzig. Then they can have a branch friend Xavi. I think that at the end of the day, Chelsea will get them. The final problem at Chelsea Fona are trying to solve is the left back area. Obi Wittmaba left centre back. Obi Wittmaba is a proper left back, overlapping and underlapping, and all of these things. Then definitely they'll be able to do some sales. Matter say in Kophobia Baba. Kenan Dries Bewar home, West Ham United. Atletico demanded want to make purchase of Renato Vega. Magui will go on loan.
No, is it agree with me?
Most of them striker, move for Kakrameje.
Yempeno.
Okay. Move Nicolas Jackson at 70 pay.
Yempe Chelsea striker.
Money players in the Mamonia guy.
You need players. Now you need say all strikers.
One more striker.
Your Zexi, your Hodland.
You want to see me?
You're Toim Buemo. Ato Matthias Kuna, was any place?
One is an incident. The club doesn't get price tag, they will stay. But when you
so then,
new players and I'm so money at the end, and then the money price tag is something about left
in football. It's
okay in football. Obedient and can't have any radio football is
in a life of a football club. Sani Maui is
by a Kotokodian country.
Okonia maybe man was there.
Okay,
then you bounce back.
Okay, those who have no Musiande on the Ghana now.
Oh, players near so me about. Now we go food say Manchester team no, it's not bad. Maybe in your bad season.
Yeah.
What I say? The fact that in your bad season doesn't mean say Yami Adama season every me. You ever say bad?
And when I see goalkeepers, now see Andrew Nana had a chain, Robert Sanchez.
Oh sure. So what the keepers in me and Ujina?
Okay. But now see what
Nana.
Now see what are
Robert
metrics?
Sanchez.
What are metrics? Short stopping. That is C.
Any number one.
Any
keeper be any the no.
Okay. We are Premier League app no, Michelle Uzumi and
born about the same goalkeeper be any no.
What's a Premier League app in the app? Premier League app ni.
Yeah.
Wait me we be there.
Oh maybe
any compare.
Maybe
compare and contrast. It's I have say you better check what you are looking for. Yeah, you per goals, you per clean sheet. I think it's a clean sheet and that clean sheet was way clean sheet. 2024-2025.
Yeah.
You have goalkeeper clothing.
Okay.
So and you shall listen at top 5 no. Say you have Marcel said number 1, Nottingham Forest. Number 2, David Raya. And number 2, Jordan Pickford. Number 3 for Everton. Number 4, Dean Henson. Number 5, Robert Sanchez.
Yeah.
And now Messiah Cho said he is better in that regard ahead of Edison. I don't lie. I tell you exactly what the stats say. When who are the other?
Oh, me check it.
When who are now?
Senior,
have you seen it?
Oh,
senior. Your question. When who are now?
Maybe. Oh,
senior. When who are now?
We a numbers game near you.
In terms of one now.
Me we are saying me count as being.
So just affirm one now.
Me see me what is your problem?
Okay, into Yentuaso. Into 7 Andrew Nana and the actually what I see.
Yeah.
Then Alisson Becker, Emiliano Martinez. But it wouldn't be. This metric is not enough to judge if a goalkeeper is better than the other. So we move on to other metrics. My catch was say data they can manipulate.
The first one I heard was clean sheet, right?
Clean sheet, yeah.
Per me the na me bi no ha no.
Enya wo di asemo senior.
Any, hwe me phones any.
Okay.
Any.
Okay. But mo zoom two phones. Mo fa camera ni zoom two phones we.
Program ayi.
Okay.
Intellectuals need teach you.
Okay.
Say be school for wom.
Aye.
So, and dance for need
top level.
Ti enjimi me tana na ye me two video mu bi.
Matias.
That is why I make say.
But make say wo de no. Oh, for now information
free. Me kasa me dey because I need that many CC.
But information free here.
From Premier League. You know how kasa.
No,
Premier League app. I want them coin. Now from the clean sheet now can one seven no. From the me that many hey. Clean sheet. Onana dey near 9.
Onana dey
9.
The position or that's so saying.
Clean sheet no. What is position? We are talking about clean sheet.
Robert Sanchez enya 10, Oriana enya 9, or that's so 7.
Apranke. Oh kasa no. Na me timi akasa.
No, dey enya 9 and was it.
Enya no na make.
But Robert Sanchez enya bi sen no, ana me boa.
Yeah, but today.
Senior,
one after the other. Hold on.
Addition is
so that Obia all follow you.
Senior.
Onya.
Nipa no share Facebook so you know.
Enti be ma on kana onko.
Eda. Nipa kon ko sa phone tie.
Clean sheet there. Clean sheet no. Sanchez was 10. And Onana was 9.
Okay. The call saves on.
Anti. Yenko the next one.
Saves. Ana on peno.
O de o ya no ma fa check you.
Me bisa say Ope saves.
Apranke. O ma adwuma na eden. Ti.
Me say.
Okay, I just cross-checked
it. Made, no. Saves made. Me call saves made. Saves. Osha Hassinia, Flecking, Ramsdale, Pickford, Marcels, Ben Leno, Hudson, Emiliano Martinez, Kepa. Tienko, the next page. You go keep any top 10. Wow. Then Robert Sanchez, Eda Sorochima, Andre Onana. Number 12. Umeki 95 saves. Oko Echino. So that is per game. It will make more than Andrew Nana no per game when you be 90. See, a type fan now. Leave. Watch na and I'm now Facebook. We keep Andrew Nana.
Andrew. Me about numbers in.
Numbers. I give you the phone so.
Because me disappointed in you.
You are disappointed in yourself. You are disappointed in yourself. You can't be disappointed in me.
Me disappointed in you.
Adedia.
We are talking about Manchester United. It is 16th. And in football, it can't be. Who goes now, you need your defense to win the game.
You see,
hold on.
Oh, see, you're fan numbers. You're more numbers. When you're broadcasting,
you see.
But these are the numbers.
Yeah. Comparison of two players.
Are these not the numbers?
These are the numbers. But what I'm saying is, you see, and now they are now canceling. Hold on.
Senior, are these not the numbers?
These are the numbers.
I'm not teaching. The numbers are about teaching.
Numbers, man.
You go the next metric. Oh, but bare 4 metric. You go the next metric. And I'm a
the minimum say Onana is very good at the channel of Robert Sanchez. Finito. Yeah, we
senior.
BBN will be overcome me. I'm Tiameja to
my last argument. I'm no being
Sadian.
Why you need na
Sadian.
Onana any tipeni. Yanka.
Onana. Also, Robert Sanchez a tipeni. And Onana. What are you saying?
Martin.
Et you go feel that meba. So who to meba. So who to so what's your football club? Near the goalkeeper, brother. Now, na market in the yes. 2 keepers are available.
Yes.
Hey, Onana, yes. And Robert Sanchez.
Yes. And this question on Robert Sanchez. How?
I know you are a Chelsea fan.
And you're Chelsea fan. I told you several times.
Me say,
the strength of Robert Sanchez.
Me say, about goalkeeper there. Robert Sanchez there.
And then you're goalkeeper. Goalkeepers. Goalkeepers.
Okay, what time no class to call?
I mean, is every time as my family code into Jana.
Code me to Jana and call.
Well, now, yeah.
Goals considered 44.
I don't say a video.
I 34. It's because Osha appearances now. When you're 34.
Who take him too much? You concede more. I remember me code name to Jami so in more Betway coach can carry my leaks near Kosovo.
Keep at never absolute to another answer Robert Sanchez. No, they are no football. Robert Sanchez.
Rich.
What are you saying?
My main twad and I mean, Yama, this is here now. Member code no see in our video, young na a video. Obia any Juma. Why? Radio and then to Quebia, one at the buy. And
Busquets Junior say Robert Sanchez, dear, so Richard Ofori.
But we're better team, Nana. Whether Richard Ofori.
Richardo Sanchez is a better goalkeeper. We're doing. Yamu Achas if we're not some goalkeeper.
But we're better.
And you're no credit. And you're no credit.
But your code on a good board in the son. One for me.
Mohamed Dia, I say to be honest, Onana is better than Sanchez.
Rich, my member code and I mean. data dey buy data dey no ni wachi ni o data is data ntie no dey obechichi mu sa anko ba bia why code no dey da
sometimes data no so bet be go beyond no optics
Michelle code no at that tactical so no radio so 21CD352D 21CD3799 second one 21CD3BE0 21CD4B44 thank you on all of me you know obetimi akọ no akọ check here or no
okay
come on
ate e da say Fiifi-Manfred modi kan atene kan in chama 4.5 also then
passes completed ball no cross in possession in passes completed goalkeeper no man
yeah
goalkeeper okay here Robert
Sanchez Bessin ne ko wa afede o se afede o de Robert Sanchez
one metric was any ka yanko next metric
o se senka ayi enyo mic you know ona anka wa twa so bi ani o se afede o na de no de Robert Sanchez
yanko next metric
e o time so ayala na
clean sheet
ayala
clean sheet unya se
me pa cho ayala
clean sheet unya se
afede o de ko clean sheet
na ni nyere de bai
afede o de ko clean sheet
mic ni mam Fifi gina wa gina yanko be bia
ona na go
what the unhu numbers na no rich and why dey
no na no dey so we say dey na no dey rich dey na no dey
oh na wo set your criteria for debate we
born ni che no
o introduce show ni gabi nyina
na me say e say anka ma fam na me say
any no one make us abi so ya kasa say we dey
oh na so pa keeper what dying Tamila Eddie Inter co final say nam say data ni say dia Kofi come on farmer